to my channel. Today I have a March message for all of the Leos out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Leo out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. So without further ado, Leo, let's go ahead and dive right into your monthly message. So Leo, we are starting off with Truth Be Told. Okay. The Oracle's Gift. Okay. And Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Okay. Leo, this is very interesting. Okay. So here is kind of what I'm feeling for you. I feel that ultimately this month, Leo, there is a lot of authenticity that is needing to come to the forefront. I feel that you're needing, and I feel that you really value yourself. You have worthy of yourself, but I feel like you're still putting on a show and you're not really showing your true authenticity, your true colors, right? And I feel that's ultimately what is sort of coming to the forefront for you here. Now, with the Oracle's Gift, what this truly represents is it represents your ability as someone who can sort of tap into seeing beyond, right? When I see this, because it is a cup and it's like tea, right? There is such a thing as reading tea leaves. And this often signifies to me the ability to be clairvoyant, to see beyond what is in the physical. And it's also about seeing the signs around you. It's about recognizing the potentials that surround you and utilizing them to your benefit, right? Now, the interesting thing is that if you have been asking for signs, if you've been asking for your guides to reveal to you, what's your next step? What are the answers? Like, what are the things that I need to be aware of, right? I feel that this is where you're needing to sort of be a little bit honest with yourself. The truth be told is that it's about accepting things as they are and seeing them for their face value. It's about recognizing that maybe if you haven't really been observing the signs or you haven't been recognizing them, you're not really seeing them for their face value. It could be that maybe the signs that you're getting aren't really what you wanted to ultimately hear, right? But the truth be told is this is the reality. This is the way things are, Leo. And this is what you're needing to understand. And this is what you're needing to see. Okay? And I feel that maybe it's not exactly what you would have hoped for, but ultimately you can't change what is. What is. And that's what you ultimately have to accept. Now, the Galactic Mushroom with the Divine Matrix, this is sort of like a complex card. But what it's ultimately saying is that, it's sort of like you needing to partner, okay? Now, the one thing that it does say in the book with the Galactic Mushroom is that you might sort of have this idea or this concept that you're the only one in this reality or in this world that is sort of creating your life, right? Here's the thing. When we say that you are a creator, what we are saying is that you have the potential to create your own reality. You can most certainly create your own reality. But here's the thing. It's not just you doing it. You have to co-partner with the Divine Matrix, right? It's understanding that there is such a thing as divine timing, right? And it's not always going to turn out the way that we anticipate it to, right? So it's about you needing to understand. It's about reminding you that you need to get with the divine matrix, this higher power, recognizing that when you can co-create with this higher power, you can basically create anything and everything, right? And I do want to point out that the divine matrix is really about the law of attraction, and it's about understanding that it's really about working together, working towards a certain thing. Now, I find it very interesting here that you got the oracle's gift, which is really about clairvoyance. It's about really seeing into the future, really seeing the signs. But it's also about you being honest with yourself about what you're seeing, right? So if, let's say, Leo, that I feel, because this is kind of what I'm hearing. Let's say that you've been seeing these signs, right? Or maybe you've been having these dreams and you're not really, maybe these dreams terrify you, or maybe it's something that you're ultimately afraid of here, Leo. And what Spirit is really saying is that when you can co-create with the divine matrix, it's really about trusting the process, trusting in a higher power, and recognizing that you can ultimately create change. Now, here's the one thing that I need you to understand here, Leo. And this is what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to our intuition and our subconscious, okay? Our subconscious speaks to us in symbols. It doesn't speak to us in words. So a lot of times when we dream about tragedy, right? Those of us that actually can have those kinds of dreams where we have predictionary dreams, we understand, we know when that dream is a prediction dream, and we know when it's just a random dream, right? So ultimately, you have to sort of tune inwardly to yourself to understand the symbols, because we each carry our own legend for the symbols that and what meaning they have for us, because my meaning for a house could be totally different than your meaning of a house. Or the color red, when I see red, what it means to me is it means passion. It means, sometimes anger. It just depends on the situation, the person that I'm reading for, those kinds of things. But other people can see red and see love, right? So this is what I mean. So I feel that this month, it's really about you needing to be very aware about what you are seeing in your mind's eye. And it's about being honest with yourself and recognizing that you're not alone, and that you have to trust Spirit and co-partner with Spirit. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot here, Leo. Let's see what additional information we can pick up. Okay, we got the Tower. So I feel that ultimately there's a lot of change that is going on. Now, a lot of times when we face change, it's very hard for us to face the change. A lot of times we don't want to face the change, but understand, just like you got this divine matrix here, when a Tower shows up, understand that a Tower happens because of the divine. It's divine timing. I call it, an act of God sort of a thing, right? Like you're meant to, experience this crumbling because there is something better that is going to take its place. There is a higher purpose to it. We might not understand it, but there is a higher purpose, a higher reasoning for it. And that's often what we're needing to understand. And I feel that, and I feel that with this Tower, it's really about you sort of needing to take a look at your foundation. Understand that the Tower is really about us really coming to terms with the changes that need to happen in our life, okay? You then have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Swords over here. So here's kind of what I'm seeing. I feel like this change is leading you towards something that you that you've been asking for. I feel like a lot of times when we experience certain downfalls, we don't often feel that they are truly leading us towards something. But the Six of Swords basically is that rite of passage. And I feel here, Leo, that this crumbling, this change that you're experiencing, I feel this is something that you've seen before. It's almost like you had this inner knowing that this was going to transpire. Know that this change is ultimately leading you towards your rite of passage. It's leading you towards a new beginning. And I feel that you're needing to leave everything behind, the old, everything that you felt that you were attached to, that you felt was of importance, is something you're needing to sort of walk away from and let it go. Because I feel what you don't see, this change is ultimately leading you towards a wish fulfillment. Again, remember, I said this is something you potentially asked for, but you're not seeing it as it leading you towards that, but it is. It's leading you towards this wish fulfillment. And this is how law of attraction works, right? Understand that with this Seven of Cups and this Ten of Wands, I feel that, I feel that when you get to this point where you start recognizing that you're on this path that's leading you towards this ultimate wish fulfillment, or this success that you've been asking for, or this new life that you've been asking for, it's going to be really important for you to sort of not get confused with the multiple choices, the multiple opportunities, or whichever path to take. Because understand that there is no right or wrong. Every path that you choose leads you to the destination that you are meant to be at here, Leo. So I feel with the Seven of Cups, it's really about you just listening to your intuition, letting your intuition guide you, and letting go of any burdens or responsibilities that you feel are preventing you from walking towards that path, right? It's about truly being authentic and intentional, right? Being honest. You had that right here, this truth be told, right? The truth be told is ultimately telling you, Leo, that you have got to be honest with yourself. You have got to really see things for what they are and not try to manipulate or change it in any way, because that is only going to confuse you, right? And Spirit is going to call you out. I can't even stress that enough. Spirit is basically gonna call you out on any bullshit that comes along the way, because you're needing to be honest, right? If you need help, you need to ask for help. If you need further clarity, you need to ask for that. Now let's go ahead and dive in some more, and let's see what other additional information we can get. So we have the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups. Yes. Now here's what you don't. I feel like this is probably gonna piss you off here, Leo, but this change that you're in or that's coming, understand, okay, with this Ace of Cups, is that it's leading you towards a new beginning. And it's something that you're going to need to embrace. You're going to hate it. I'm not going to lie. You're going to hate it. And you're going to want to run from it so badly. But it is leading you towards a new beginning. Trust me when I say it is happening because it is meant to happen. There is a reason for it. Now with this Eight of Inspiration, it's the Eight of Wands, right? I feel that whatever you communicate to yourself, now understand, words carry frequency, they carry vibration. Whatever you communicate to yourself and to others about your life, it ultimately leads you towards that, right? So don't say anything or don't do anything that is going to set you back into that old foundation that was not sturdy, that was not stable, and that did not really, wasn't really, protecting you in any way, right? And I want to point out that this change, if this change hasn't come up yet for you, trust me when I say it is coming fast here, Leo. It is coming very fast. Now, here is what this crumbling and this change is doing for you. It's making you face the illusions. It's making you face your fears. And the reason for that is because if you ultimately have a dream, if you ultimately have a wish, you have to face the dark side of that wish in order to have that wish or that dream fulfilled. The moon represents the illusions, the insecurities that we have within ourselves, the trials, the tribulations, right? This is part of the process here, Leo. And in order to have this wish fulfillment, to be so utterly happy in a new path, in a new life, and remember, I said this earlier, this was something you asked for. So again, understand, it might not be in the timing that you want it to be, but again, it's not up to us because we are co-creating with the divine matrix. So you have to just sort of take it as it comes. So now we have the Ace of Wands. Yes, a new beginning. A new beginning full of something that is going to be very inspiring and passionate for you. And it's going to lead you towards something that is going to ultimately grow, right? It's going to lead you to lots of opportunities. You're going to have lots of, maybe it's, moving to a different country, or maybe, it's having a job that is ultimately going to help you grow further. And bam, look at that. The Six of Materials, which is the Six of Pentacles. I feel like ultimately this, whatever it was that you particularly asked for here, Leo, you wanted it to be balanced, right? You wanted to be able to say, my life is flowing in even ways, right? Because the Six of Materials is showing reciprocal energy, right? So whether this is in relationships, whether this is in energy or finances, whatever it is, everything is balancing itself out. And it's leading you towards this new beginning that is full of hope, that is full of inspiration, and that is making you feel more alive. So Leo, this is your message. I hope that you were able to gain some clarity and some insight here. I absolutely love this message for you. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.